Hello friends, good morning. I'm Aarti. I'm going to dictate you exercise number 37 from 700 Common Words book. Please like the video, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. 5 seconds. Start. The Englishman, it is widely believed, is always talking about the weather. It is probably true that the people of this country do talk about the weather more than is the case in some other countries, but that is merely because the English weather gives us more to talk about. We simply do not know from one day to the next what sort of weather we shall get, and sometimes we really do not know from hour to hour, and so it has become natural to us to talk about the weather. And when we meet a friend, we usually make some such remark as, "What a lovely day," or perhaps, "What weather," according to how we feel. Nor do most of us like most of the weather. It is either too warm or too cold. Water comes down upon us in such amounts that we feel like turning into fishes, or it does not come at all, and all the plants we have so carefully put in the ground are in danger of dying. No, we do not really like our weather, but we are willing to state to any who are willing to hear that our weather is the best in the world. Far from us, we say, is the desire for lovely warm days throughout the whole of the year, and so on. The fact that we state that our weather is the best in the world does not, of course, mean that we have to like it, and like it we do not most of the time. Perhaps that is why so many people go to other countries for their 2 or 3 weeks leave in the summer. They are willing to put up with the changing weather while they go about their day-to-day working lives. But for those wonderful weeks when they are free from work, they want something better, some measure of certainty that the days will be kind to them. Yet, when all is said and done, we know that there is nothing quite like a lovely English summer day. A summer day with warmth but without great heat, and that is a very real difference. A summer day when the evenings are long and we can sit outside or at our windows and watch the beautiful golden and red colors of the dying day. How peaceful are those sweet hours as we rest and talk, or read a little, or tell ourselves once more that the world is all right. It is the people living in it that make it seem all wrong. Sweet indeed are such hours, and we feel all the better for experiencing them. And how lovely are the first warm days towards the end of winter. There is nothing quite like the pleasure after the hard and cold days of winter of getting up one morning and finding a new warmth in the air, of seeing the first signs of little leaves breaking through once again, and feeling new life beginning all about us. Perhaps that is why the English weather is said to be the best in the world. Days such as these make so deep a mark on our minds that we remember them always. There are countries in the world whose advertisements state that they have such days all the year round. But of course, that is not possible. Those first warm days after winter, when plant and animal life grows anew, are wonderful just because they are exceptional. They just could not happen in the same form on every day of the year and without the hard winter days coming first, where the weather never changes, there can be no surprises. And it is the surprise of those first warm days after winter that is part of the pleasure. Even days in winter can be good. We do not mind feeling cold when we are dressed for it. It is quite wonderful to go for a long, quick walk on a winter's day when the ground under our feet is white and hard and the air is so clear that we can see for miles. Probably one of the biggest troubles that the English weather is to be found not in the weather itself but in ourselves. We just will not take the weather seriously, and we just will not do the things that would help to make us more comfortable. When it is very, very cold and we find that our supply of water is no longer waiting for us, we are quite surprised. We get out of bed and at once we feel very, very cold. Of course, we ought to have put in some form of heating through the houses years ago, but our window let in the cold air. We ought, and that is the way it is with us, the English. Really, we just love our weather and all that it does to us. Stop.